As I film this, and I'm not sure when you guys are going to see this, it's Tuesday, July the 13th. We're almost halfway through this month, and by the end of this month, it's going to be interesting. Supposedly at the end of the month, the moratorium is lifted for the evictions and the foreclosures, I believe. But that could get extended. It's been extended numerous times already. And there's a lot of fear that when this is lifted, that shit is going to hit the fan. The housing market is going to tank. We're going to hit another recession. Crypto's already in the toilet. Wells Fargo just recently, just last week, did something that I didn't even know that they did. That's my damn bank, for God's sake. And that is, they just ended all personal lines of credit. Like I said, I didn't know that they even did this. Had I known, I'd been using this for a long time. But basically, they were giving people anywhere between $3,000 to $100,000, or maybe it was $30,000 to $100,000 in revolving lines of credit if you qualified. Not sure what the criteria was to qualify for that, but they just ended that abruptly. And that caused major ripples through everything. I mean, I was reading about this and, they weren't saying why they were doing this. Actually, what they said was they wanted to focus on other consumer things, other things that would help their consumers. Anyways, neither here nor there, but they just did that. And they were saying they wanted to do this to focus on other things. But then I just watched the TikTok video and, I hear some really interesting things on TikTok. It's not just all weird stuff. But this guy was saying, Wells Fargo potentially did this so that they could brace for the impact of this influx of houses and foreclosures. They needed, they wanted to, I don't know why, but it kind of sounded like something plausible, to say the least. I'm only sharing these things with you because, ironically enough, at the end of this month, we're about to get Flip House number 3. And I'm doing this myself. No bragging, no boastfulness about this. This is important that I mention. I'm doing this myself with my own money. No lenders, no investors, no hard, no soft money, no other help at all, just myself. Could I go out there and get anything? Personal loan, hard money, maybe an investor? I've actually tried to get investors and that's not really working out too well for me. But someday I'll be able to look back on all of this and laugh, I hope. Or I'm chronicling the beginning of the end. Just kind of crazy to think that it could be one of those two things. I'm doing this all myself. Is it smarter to use somebody else's money? Probably so, especially right now. Is it harder right now? I would imagine that it might be. Because even though some people will be like, even if they lift the moratorium, it's going to take like a year for this shit to even really start taking an effect. You think about it, once they lift it, then you've got to go through the eviction and foreclosure process, and that could take months. It's not like all of a sudden on August the 1st, there's going to be a ton of houses on the market. And the crazy thing about it is they already are a lot of these rental properties on the market right now. But I'm mentioning this because I'm risking everything for Flip House number 3. And the higher the risk, the higher the reward. Isn't that the way that saying goes? And, if I'm using my own money, then that's more, then I reap all of the benefits of that on the return. Because if I'm hard money, it's like basically taking out a mortgage on your flip without using a bank. And because it's not a bank or a mortgage lending company, they can charge you whatever interest rate that they want. They're not regulated by much of anything. I mean, I guess maybe, I don't know. Saying all of that to say this. Today I'm going to be sharing with you the first sneak peek of Flip House number 3. And also 2 other houses that I really wish I could get right now. So let's go ahead and get into this right this second. Every day I'm looking at properties, and one thing that I'm seeing is a bunch of rental properties available, a bunch of properties that still say tenant occupied, tenant leased through, whatever. It was literally me watching a documentary yesterday that learned me some stuff. And, as I'm looking at some of these tenant-occupied houses, I'm thinking to myself, okay, the lease ends. They're saying that the lease ends the end of this year. At the end of this year, just kick them out, work on the rehab, flip the house, or maybe rehab it and make it a higher rental property. I watched the documentary. It was called Dirty Money. It was about Jared Kushner and, his real estate empire and the fact that, they were saying he was a slumlord. But they've got renter rights and regulations in place. And I don't know if it's in every state. Where they were talking about this taking place in the documentary was in New York. But I would imagine this is regulated nationwide by, by the government. And basically what this says is you just can't go kicking nobody out. If somebody wants to renew their lease, you have to give them the option to do so. And I'm like, what the, man, hell no. I'm not about to spend all my damn money on a house that I can't get somebody out of who's only paying $600 a month. And if you know anything about that, please comment down below about the renter rights and you have to give a person an opportunity to renew a lease. All right, I'm gonna try to breeze through this as quickly as possible. So there's two other properties that I was really interested in, and I would find both of these properties either while looking for flip number 3, which we are definitely, we are getting that house somewhere along those lines of me trying to find flip number 3 or after I found flip number 3. If I could get all of these houses right now, man, that would be awesome. But there's I just can't. So let me start with the first, which is a rental property. And there are not very many pictures of this at all, except for, well, let's go with this one right here. This looks like a pretty good picture. And this is, we'll go with, bing. That's got to be the shakiest picture. Oh, we got a good picture of it. Cool deal. I had to take a screenshot of that. So what you're looking at right here is a duplex. It's 2 units. They want $140,000 for this. It's 5 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, 1,500 square feet, built in 1924. And again, we only have this one picture of the street view. The one picture that they show of this thing is not very good at all. In terms of other information about this property, it's been on the market for 62 days. That's a major red flag right there, because when you're thinking about a duplex that's bringing in the type of income that they're saying it's bringing in, that shit would have been snatched up already. And for $140,000, come on now. Now it does look like it's not in the greatest part of town. Back in 2008, that was a recession, wasn't it? This thing sold for $75,000. They're now selling this thing for almost double the price, just shy of that. And all they say in the listing details about this property is great investment opportunity. Current tenants are month to month. I wonder what that means. Month to month, just waiting for the moratorium to be lifted, with $3,360 in rental income. Home sold as is, seller to make no repairs. You're telling me this little shithole right here is bringing in, what, like about $1,650 a month? I don't think so. Per unit? I definitely don't think so. One thing that I've learned amongst many things in real estate, I'm no guru, but I'll just share. If it sounds too good to be true, it is not true at all. There's something up with this. Seller to make no repairs, sold as is. It's probably a shit show on the inside, and they can't get these tenants out. That's just my guess. I could be dead wrong. And then to say that this thing is making $3,300 a month, yeah, right. Not around here. I just got to tell you, it may sound plausible, but I'll tell you, we've got some low income areas where you can get the rent for like $600 or $800 a month. So that was the first one that I wanted to show to you guys, and maybe it's a good thing that we're not getting that one. Where is the other one at? So this next one is a house. It's a 3-2, and I had messaged about this house before I had found the real deal flip number 3. And if I could have got this then, I would have got this. I talked with the listing agent about this, and she would tell me that this house was no longer available. And it made sense because it was such a good looking house that I thought to myself, I was like, okay, well, it definitely makes sense that you're telling me that this house is not available. So it seemed like it was under contract. It became contingent. Well, now, folks, all of a sudden, this thing is back on the market. This is a 3-2. And it's listed for $105,000, and that is a great deal. This is a great house. It seems like there could be something totally wrong with this. Remember, it was under contract and it was contingent, and there's 3 things that you can pull out that contract for. If it don't appraise, if the inspection is beyond the scope of repairs that they're gonna make, or the HOA. And I know it's not appraisal, and I know it's not HOA, so it could deal with the inspection. 3-2, they want $105,000 for this. You would figure with a standard house of this size that looks like it's in relatively good shape from these pictures right here. You're looking at these pictures as I'm looking at these pictures, and there's not very many pictures of it. It looks nice from the front. It's even got a driveway. It looks like a spacious home, or to a certain degree. It's 1,000 square feet, so it's not gonna be all that big, but it looks clean on the inside. Looks like it's got central air. The kitchen is tiny as hell, but hey, that thing could be updated. Maybe we can knock a wall down. You put about 30 or 40,000 into this, you're at 145. You can easily sell a house like this for about $200,000. Easily. Maybe like 180, maybe 190 if you're really pushing it, maybe even a little bit higher than that. That's a good flip. But why was this thing under contract and now it's not? Definitely makes you wonder. So it's with sharing those two potentials that brings us, and you guys are probably seeing this like, good God, Joe, all these things. I didn't fart, that was actually me sliding. So it's with sharing those two potentials, and you got to be thinking to yourself, damn, Joe, both of those two probably had some major issues, and then there was the mini mansion. Like, what in the hell are you about to get involved in now? Well, I got to be honest, I've saved the best for last, and I'm very, very confident in this next flip house. Folks, I want to share with you the one picture of this house that I got. And let me go ahead and screenshot this. Bing, this is from the street view. And what you're looking at is flip number 3. It's a 2-story. It's a 3-2. It's 1,600 square feet. It was built in, I think, 1930? I thought 40, but 1930, so it's not so at least it's within the century, or within 100 years. It's only 90 years old. It sits on 0.15 acres. Not very big lot at all, but it's big enough. Okay, so looking at this, let me share with you guys some things, and I do have a quick little video walkthrough that we're gonna wrap this thing up with. So I would find this house listed for $150,000. I would offer exactly that, and that's what we're buying the house for. It's got vinyl siding. The vinyl siding is dingy, definitely mildewy and moldy, so we're gonna pressure wash that vinyl siding and bring it back. There's some leaks in the roof. I don't know what's going on with that, which has caused some water damage inside of the property, and nothing too major. All right, there's a couple of holes. There's a ceiling missing in the living room, which the ceiling in the living room needs to be replaced anyways because it's acoustic paneling, and I hate those type of ceilings. I think that looks so tacky. We'll sheetrock that. There's not a lot of wall repairs that need to be done inside of this home. It's dirty as hell inside of this house as well. It's definitely a lot of cosmetic stuff. The kitchen definitely needs to be upgraded. Are we gonna do granite? Are we gonna do Formica countertops, stainless steel? There's appliances in the house that are stainless steel. Are they staying? Are they going? The people that live there, they're moving out of state. What are they gonna leave behind? The yard is really nice. There's a man cave garage in the back. There is a trampoline, there's a play set in the back. They'll probably end up leaving or trashing or giving away those, which if they leave any of that, maybe we can sell that. Who the hell knows? It's in a really nice little area. Doesn't need, and I'm not gonna do it, even if it does need it, but the electrical seems to be somewhat up to par, so I'm not messing with that. There's HVAC in the property that works. I'm not messing with that. It's got 2 bathrooms, 3 bedrooms, and another important thing to mention about this, it's been said that this was a duplex converted into a single family. Now on, the city register, the city information, this thing says single family home. So that was a big concern of mine that was like, yo, did they even do this the right way, or did they just turn this into a single family home? Because it's listed with the city as a single family home. If it was a duplex, it seems like they went the right way to convert this thing. It's big on the inside. They say it's a 3-2, but there's way more rooms in the inside. It's probably like at least a 4-2, and it could be a 4-3. We could definitely put another bathroom in this, but that's a hell of a lot of work that I'm not really trying to do. One thing that I've mentioned, and I don't know if I think I've mentioned this maybe in like the things that I've learned from flip house number 2, was that, you take what you got and you work with what you got. Don't go trying to do too much, because if you try to do too much, sometimes you can do too much, and sometimes that can shoot yourself right in the foot. Okay, it might have a little bit of a funky layout with a pretty narrow staircase going up to the 2nd floor. You'll see that. And the 2nd floor might be a little bit of a weird layout because you got to walk through a bedroom to get to another bedroom. But maybe that could just be an office. There's also a hole in the floor going out the back door. Even though that looks crazy, like that there's this freaking hole in the floor, that's really not that big of a deal. We're gonna go in here, we're gonna gut this place. We're gonna update the hell out of that kitchen, all new cabinets, countertops, maybe probably all new appliances. We're gonna update those bathrooms. I'm not saying we're gonna do tile tub surrounds, but we are gonna definitely update and make those bathrooms look good. We're gonna tear out that dingy ass horrible carpet. We're gonna refloor the place. We might even put a new roof on it if that's what's needed. and paint it and put some new fixtures in there. We're not doing a whole hell of a lot. This is a 2-month flip, is my hope. And because this is the most expensive house that we've done yet, and let me share this with you guys as well. I pounced at the opportunity to get this house. And the reason is because this thing was listed well below its market value as is. I mean, let's just put it this way. It's off the market right now because we're getting it. And they're saying, and even though you really can't trust any of these websites saying what the house is worth, they're saying right now it's worth $206,000. It's 1,600 square feet. We just looked at a 3.2 that I was sharing with you guys, the potential, that was 1,000 square feet at $105,000. We're talking over 600 square feet more. That's another whole house. That is the flip houses that we've been known to do, square footage, on top of the $105,000 3.2. And like I said, this thing could be a 4.2, but to be considered a bedroom, you have to have a closet in there. And I don't care about that, right? Somebody's gonna come look at this thing when this thing is fully dressed up, like fully rehabbed. And they're gonna be like, that's a bedroom, that's a bedroom, that's a bedroom, that's a bedroom. We got 4 bedrooms. And you're gonna also see there's a spot where the water heater's at upstairs where it could easily be another bedroom. I mean, another bathroom. But I doubt we're going that route because forget that. Work with what you got and try to do the most that you can. So my assumption on this is about $30,000 or $40,000 totally invested into this house. It should only be about $30,000. So we put $30,000 into this. We're at $180,000, and it's my hope to be able to turn around and sell this thing for $240,000, $250,000, but probably like $230,000. So if it sells for $230,000 and we're at $180,000, maybe $180,000, we're looking at about a $50,000 profit, and that's damn good for 2 months. And of course, we'll walk away with less than that because of closing and realtor fees and things like that. But folks, what I'm getting ready to share with you as I wrap this up is the video walkthrough of flip number 3. I'm very excited and very confident about this property. Really want to know what you guys think about this, so comment down below and let me know. And I'm ready to get to work on this one and then go find the next one and hope that the world doesn't end in the process. So as I wrap this up again, folks, I leave you with this quick video walkthrough of what we're getting ready to be working on. Flip house number 3. Okay, walk through the front door, living room area, a little bit of acoustic ceiling that needs to be replaced. The entire ceiling would need to be replaced, but nice panel walls, huge living room, or good sized living room right here, decent flooring. There is water damage in the property, but nothing too crazy. Nice dining area right here. So this was originally a duplex, believed to be a duplex, converted into a single family. A lot of rooms in this house. Good sized kitchen. HVAC works in this property. Electrical is fine. Hole in the floor right there. Not sure what's up with that. Out the back door. Oh wow, shed. Cozy little neighborhood. Nice sized backyard. Vinyl siding, just dirty. A little bit of water damage here, or issues with pipes, but nothing too major. Narrow staircase leading up to the second story. A lot of rooms upstairs. So straight back. Could be a bathroom, water heater right here. Could potentially be a bathroom right here. Room. Good sized master bedroom right here with an interesting hallway that leads, oh, it's actually a closet, okay. And that leads to another bedroom right there. The 1 bathroom upstairs. This is a 2-bedroom house. with just a stand-up shower upstairs. Okay. Good sized room right here. Good sized room that we just left out of. Another good sized room right here that would make 3 bedrooms so far. And then a 4th right there. Back down the stairs. And where is it? I believe another bathroom right here. Okay.